Guys, Brady here, and I'd just like to talk about the found footage genre. People have been shitting on it lately because all it is just stupid fucking horror movies. Horror movies aren't expensive to make; they're actually one of the cheapest movies to ever make. And so people are like, "Hey, we could use found footage to make these kind of movies," and people don't really like that. It's like, oh my god, it's another found footage movie, and it's fucking a horror film. But once in a while we'll get a good one like Chronicle or Cloverfield. Cloverfield is would you count this as a horror movie, or is it like a monster movie? Like, I don't know. Consider this like a Godzilla type movie. But this is a good example of a found footage movie. This was great. Um, Maybe found footage just did something else, like just made like another kind of movie like Chronicle, or um it'd be good. They'll breathe in new life. But no, they're just focusing on horror movies like The Gallows, Devil's Due. I think the last Exorcism a found footage movie. Either way, people Hollywood needs to stop making horror movie the found footage genre. Found footage needs to expand the horizons and make, I don't know, like a found footage war movie, or a found footage I don't know, just something that's not horror, because that's what's killing the found footage genre. The found footage genre is actually a pretty cool genre, but they just focus too much on horror and not so much the other genres. Like, I feel like, um, I don't know, I'm like, I'm kind of like blanking out. Like a good like fantasy movie that could probably like a fantasy movie could possibly make like a good found footage movie. I actually liked um that Into the Storm. That was actually pretty good. It was different. It wasn't a horror movie, although it wasn't. Critics didn't like it that much, but I thought it was. I thought it did something different. I thought it changed the whole. Oh, we're just making horror movies kind of thing. It was a disaster movie, but I don't know. I feel like movies like The Fourth Kind was terrible, but like the, I have a feeling that if they made like an alien abduction movie, like if Universal were to make like an alien abduction movie and made it a found footage movie, and if they got the right people to do it, it could be good. Don't make like another Area 51 where that was just complete shit. I've heard. And I actually still kind of want to see that, but like I said, if you get the right people, people who actually give a shit about what they're doing, we could have a kick-ass found footage movie. But no, they just focus on stupid dumb horror movies that people that's going to keep getting like 20 something% on Rotten Tomatoes. Why not just give what the fans want and not kill the found footage movie and beat it over the head with a dead horse, or whatever that saying is, and just do it differently? Expand the genre, make it found footage comedy, or a found footage sci-fi movie, or a found footage monster movie, or a found footage movie with kids who get superpowers like Chronicle. That was an interesting take on the found footage genre. Uh, yeah, I just feel like people are getting annoyed that it's just all about the horror and stuff like that instead of just focusing on other stuff. But that's just my opinion. I feel like if found footage just made other movies besides horror movies, the genre will rejuvenate itself. But right now they're just focusing on horror movies. I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon, doing anything different. I mean, so if you guys are out, if you Hollywood executives are out there, just listen to this and stop making stupid horror movies that are found footage, because we're not falling for that shit anymore, saying that it's based on a true story and shit. Paranormal Activity, that was a good one. Paranormal Activity 2 and 3 were good. They weren't as good as the first movie, obviously, but the marked ones and Ghost Dimensions and all that were shit. Devil's Due was shit. Wait, was it Devil's Due? Or was it? No, it was it Devil's Due? I don't know. All these horror movies that are found footage are all the same. The Gallows was another one. Didn't do well with critics. Wasn't even in theaters for a long time. So even movies like Earth to Echo, that was pretty good. It was a kids movie. It was a found footage kids movie, but it was still entertaining. It wasn't the best. It wasn't like Cloverfield or Chronicle, but it did something. It was different. Like Into the Storm, that was different. So, yes.